How we doing, everybody? UFC Thoughts here, and today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing another tier list video. Now, my first tier list video, I was talking about where I see fighters like ending the year, either losing or winning, or where they would end up. This tier list, I'm just going to be saying how I feel about them. How do I feel about certain fighters? I think there's a little over 100 on here, so this gives me opportunity to let you guys know how I feel about, just a lot of fighters. Not every fighter's going to be in here, obviously. And if you guys want to see more tier list videos, just let me know. I'll be happy to make them. Let's get right into it with the first fighter. Let me actually make my cursor visible here. Hold up, there we go. Now ooh, look at that. So choppy. Israel Adesanya. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Israel Adesanya fan. I've never fully been a big Israel Adesanya fan. I don't know if that's... I feel like a lot of people, if you were a fan of Israel, you were also a fan of Kamaru, or if you were a fan of Kamaru, you were also kind of a fan of Israel. I kind of never was truly a fan of Israel because, I'll be honest, I didn't really watch his come up in 2018, 2019. I was watching, predominantly when he was probably at his most boring, which was, the Cannonier fight, the Whitaker rematch, the Vettori rematch, the Yoel Romero fight. He did have some glitz and glamorous performances. I'll put him in chill. All right, it's gotten to the point where I feel bad for Israel, you know what I mean? 3-fight losing streak is not what I'd want to see for any legend of the sport. He is a legend at this point. One of the most decorated middleweight champions of all time, probably, by most standards, probably the most decorated. 3-fight losing streak kind of made me feel a bit bad for him, made him human. But I'm just not a huge Israel fan. I was a huge Nasruddin fan. I still am, and I was rooting heavily against Israel, which is, that's something. Let's move to Jose Aldo. I love Jose Aldo, man. I really love Jose Aldo. I just want to see him succeed. You know what I mean? I'll put him in pretty cool. I love Jose. He's always been a guy that a lot of fans clamored around. It's become kind of a weird thing where it's become cool to hate on him now, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I am a person who does rate Volkanovski higher than Jose, but I think if you're putting Volk above him, and the only way you're able to do that is by making fun of Jose and being like, oh, this is Volk at 36, this is Jose at 33, which I get is like a valid argument, but I see a lot of people on Twitter recently being like, look at fucking Jose getting TKO'd by Max Holloway and fucking Connor and I'm like, dude, it's not like, why you gotta fucking, do him like that? It's not even like that, for real. And I think Jose has a lot of fanfare behind him, especially after the Mario Bautista fight. And the Jonathan Martinez fight as of recent, where Jonathan Martinez was a great performance by Jose Aldo. And then the Mario Bautista fight, everyone just became a hater of Mario Bautista. And it kind of has the same effect. If you have a boring fight with Jose Aldo, it's become kind of common for people to hate him. That's why a lot of people didn't really like Volkanovski, because not a lot of people talk about it. That fight was pretty boring from what I remember, and rewatching it. So if you have a boring performance, Aldo you have to have a cool fight with, or else nobody fucks with you. So, yeah. Arnold Allen. That's a weird assortment of fighters I've gotten off the start. Arnold's chill. I'm not a huge Arnold Allen fan, but I also respect him, and I think that he is underrated. I think I mentioned that in the last tier list video I did. I like Arnold Allen. I think a lot of people just don't really talk about him all that much because he is kind of an under-the-radar kind of guy. He was super... Even at his peak when he was undefeated in the UFC, he was 10-0 in the UFC at one point. No one really talked about him because he didn't fight a lot. And, he's a one-a-year kind of guy. And then he fought, Max Holloway. Lost that fight, but he had a close fight with Max Holloway in Kansas City. A lot of people just forget that fight even happened. And then he took a little bit off, fought Mavzar, lost to him, and now he bounced back with a Giga Chikadze win. I like him. I think he is autistic. Like, I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. I think he is an autist. But I like him. I like Arnold Allen. Jailton Almeida. I like Jailton. I'm actually a Jailton Almeida fan, believe it or not. I think a lot of people overhate him because he's a wrestler in a predominantly striker-first division. A lot of course, it's heavyweight. Everyone's going to want to see knockouts. Jailton gets a lot of finishes. He gets a lot of finishes. He's finished every fight outside of the Derek Lewis performance, which is probably, it was a very, weird performance, kind of lackluster. A lot of people thought he'd get the finish, but he didn't. But hey, he won. He won, and then, of course, the Curtis Blades fight, everyone rejoiced because they fucking killed the steroid cheat. I like Jailton. If you don't like Jailton, I get it. I'm kind of a weirdo with the fighters that I'm a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of Jailton Almeida by any means, but I do like him a lot. A bit more than I like, Israel and Arnold Allen. I mess with him. If Jailton Almeida's fighting, I'm like, yeah, let's get a Jailton Almeida win. I don't know who he's fighting next. If he fights Volkov next, I'm gonna get sad because Volkov is my favorite heavyweight. Or Swolkov as he's called now. But Jailton Almeida, he's pretty cool. Magomed Ankalaev. Magomed's chill. He's chill. He's a chill guy. I used to hate him a lot, but I've grown as a person and I've realized that he's actually just really good at fighting. And I knew that for a while, but I was pushing it down because I didn't want to say it. Because I wasn't a huge fan of his. He had a couple really weird performances in the Apex, like a Thiago Santos performance in the Apex that was kind of lackluster and kind of boring. Magomed Ankalaev either has really stellar finishes where he looks really good or kind of lackluster competitive fights, or not competitive. The Nikita Krylov fight was competitive, for example, but that was kind of fun. Or he'll just kind of smudge people. But as of recent, Magomed, he's turned a new leaf. I thought the Alex Pereira fight was probably the best he could work with. He outboxed Alex, just did good work. Didn't allow himself to get overwhelmed by the presence that is Alex Pereira that a lot of people seem to struggle with. So I'll give him that. I do rate him, and I do think that he is a very good fighter. I'm just not the biggest fan of him. Kaya Sakura. Almost can't do an impression like that on YouTube. He's aight. I'm not, he's entertaining. I just don't really care about Kaya Sakura all that much. Oh, I accidentally clicked in the text box. I just don't really care all that much about him. Got an unwarranted title shot in his debut, lost. Is kind of just here now. No one knows what they're going to do with him next. I have no idea what they're going to do with him next. Who fucking knows? All right. Erin Blanchfield. She's all right. Erin's all right. She's decent. Again, she's just a WMMA fighter who, I think she's in the wrong division, personally. She's fighting Macy Barber next. Here's Macy Barber. Macy Barber is she, though? She's alright. They're both just fighters. I'm not huge fans of theirs. I don't really care about fight news that comes out with a Erin Blanchfield or a Macy Barber because it seems like whenever they get announced, it's going to be main events now for some reason. I'm not I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to watch Erin Blanchfield, Macy Barber for 5 rounds, but that's what's slated come May 31st that we all have to watch. I just don't care. Macy Barber's chill. She had a fight with Caitlin Sermonara. Erin Blanchfield's fight with Rose was kind of boring. Her fight with Manon Fiorot was kind of boring. The Andrade fight was cool because she got a finish and was like, because she was striking, and every Andrade fight is mostly entertaining because she's an entertaining WMMA fighter. Macy's just, you know, like, I don't really care all that much about him. Tom Aspinall. Tom's pretty cool. Tom's pretty, he's close to goated, honestly. Personality-wise, you know, I'm throwing him in goated. Tom is really cool. Tom's a really cool guy. Entertaining as fuck. Of course, interim title shot. Chasing down John Jones. We love to see that. Chasing him down. Hello, Tom. No, it's not Tom. It's hello, John. I just think I know I can beat you. You know, he's doing press tours now at this point in his career. That was a long stutter. Don't clip that. Powerful as fuck. Just entertaining as hell. You see Tom Aspinall, you know the fight's probably going to end in the first round. Whether or not he's winning or losing. I mean, the one fight that he lost was, of course, due to injury. Every other fight besides Andrei Arlovsky, didn't exit the first round. So, Tom Aspinall, what a goat. All right, Jan Blachowicz. All right, fine, I'll talk about fucking this goober. Mario Batista. I thought I'd just throw him here because everyone knows why. I hope Cheeto Vera separates his chin from his shoulders. He's a bitch. Curtis Blades. Curtis Razor Blades. I'm debating on, like, chill or mid. I'll throw him in chill. I actually saw Curtis Blades live, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I saw Curtis Blades live in Columbus when he fought Chris Daukaus. That was pretty cool. I picked against him for some reason. I still don't know why I was so highly on Chris Daukaus. Maybe because he was just a tubby white guy, and I was like, let's fucking, he's winning? I was like, he's fucking winning now, dude? Curtis is cool, you know. He's always kind of been the what-if kind of guy, always just losing whenever it matters most, it seems like. You know, Derek Lewis, Ngannou twice, Tom once. What was the other fight he got chinned? Oh, yeah, Pavlovich. Like, it seems like he's one fight away for a title or fighting for a title in one case scenario, and then he loses. You know what I mean? Besides the first Ngannou fight, which he just got... Was that his debut? No, that wasn't his debut, was it? I think that was like earlier in his career. And then they fought in China, I think was the second fight. It seems like he's always just coming short. Pause. Falling short is what I should have said there. Excuse me. Yeah, he's alright. I like him. I like Curtis Blades. I think the Rizvan Kuniev fight is very disrespectful to him and his talents. I think he beats Rizvan Kuniev decently easily. Alright, Jan Blachowicz, though, who I was going to get into before this specimen got on my fucking screen. Jan's pretty cool. I love Jan Blachowicz. I'm so sad that he's so late in his career. And the thing is, like, you can see that he still somewhat has it. Like, the Carlos Ulberg fight was decent, like, competitive-wise. Like, he was still in there in certain scenarios. But, yeah, it's just, like, he's old. And he's like, really hurt a lot of the time. I just want to see him win, you know, that the title run that he went on in, you know, late 2010s and then winning the title in 2020 against Dominic Reyes was special, dude. It was so cool seeing Jan Blachowicz, a guy that was kind of 50-50-ish, win two, lose one, win one, lose one, kind of earlier in his career, kind of go on this run and then triumphantly beat the guy that a lot of people thought beat John Jones. So, I love Jan Blachowicz. I saw him live, too, in Salt Lake City, against Pahea. But Jan, also cool fight style, for the most part. The Ulberg fight was a little dull, because that's just how Ulberg fights. The Pahea fight was decent past the first round. It kind of got dull, because they were super tired. The Glover fight was cool. The Israel Adesanya fight was a little dull, but Jan was trying to make it, like, exciting, because he was actually outstriking Israel. The Dominic Reyes performance was magnifique. The Corey Anderson KO, Luke Rockhold, like, Jan just has these moments, dude. He's so fucking cool. Anywho, let's get right into the next dude. or gal in this case, Norma Dumont. Kaya Bahalyo. Kaio's pretty chill. That's not what that tier says. He's chill. No, he's pretty cool though. I'll throw him in chill. Kaio is probably the least entertaining of the fighting nerds, like the main four that we have in the UFC. That's just because he's not as flashy as the other three and doesn't have as much finishing potential, but I do believe he is the one with the most experience and probably a good ceiling because he is at middleweight where, you know, the talent pool is less than it is at the other weight classes that the other three are fighting at. I think Kyle Bahalyo, overall, pretty decent guy. Jared Cannonier, Jared's pretty cool. I love Jared. If you don't like Jared Cannonier, there is something definitely wrong with you. Jared Cannonier is a badass, very entertaining fighter, always fighting up-and-coming guys as well. You've seen that in the last 3 fights. RoboCop, Imavov, and fucking Kyle Bahalyo. This dude will fight anybody. The least entertaining fight in his career as of recent was probably the Israel Adesanya fight. And that's just because it's Israel Adesanya, but that's besides the point. Jared, I love him. Henry Cejudo. Henry's okay. Not the biggest Henry Cejudo fan. The Full Violence merch drop was probably the worst of any of them. And also, he's so annoying as well. You know, I think Sean O'Malley's gonna try and grab. I think Sean O'Malley's gonna try and strike with him, guys. I think Merab's gonna shoot takedowns, guys. Michael Chandler hit by a bus. Chandler, I think it's just the treatment of the UFC by him, by how the UFC treats him. This dude's probably gonna get another fucking crazy fight for some reason, for no reason at all. They're probably gonna give him another ranked fight for like absolutely no reason, or they give him a Conor McGregor fight, which doesn't make any sense. This dude's cooked and he's washed as shit, and he's also kind of a goober, kind of gooberish. Here is Michael Chandler, big old goober on him. Beneil, I love Beneil. Beneil's one of my. Listen, I haven't gotten the chance to talk about Beneil on this channel like at all, dude. I'm a huge Beneil Dariush fan. Listen, I sound like the biggest hipster right now, dude. Beneil Dariush is one of my dude. I was a firm believer this guy was gonna beat Islam Makhachev, and I know that's kind of like a weird take that a lot of MMA YouTubers have for some reason. Like, I know Bedtime felt the same way. I know a lot of people picked him against Charles Oliveira. Dude, I was dead ass. Like, I think, because him and Islam were booked when Islam fought Bobby Green. And that's why Bobby Green stepped in on short notice, because I think Beneil broke his leg or something, like 2 weeks out. But yeah, dude, I was for sure, like, Beneil was going to be the dude to do it. Like, I was like, he's gonna fucking beat him. And then, you know, the Gamrot fight, you know, he's not, like, the most entertaining, of course, but he's good. He's a good fighter. I like his personality. He's very, you know, humble with everything. I think Beneil Dariush is just really fucking cool. Nasruddin. Nasruddin's goated, dude. Nasruddin Imavov is goated, bro. If you watch the channel, you know how I feel about fucking Nasruddin Imavov, dude. Nasruddin, in my video with Next Champs, I have him there for some reason. I think I completely forgot about Khamzat in that division. Nasruddin, dude, he's good. He's a good fighter, and he's kind of a dick. Like, he's kind of like a little bit of an asshole in there. Like the Chris Curtis fight, the Roman Dolidze fight, yelling at Chris Curtis. The Chris Curtis fight as well, where he was kind of a dick. He's murdering people now. You know, Jared Cannonier, Israel Adesanya, Roman Dolidze. He's beating the shit out of these guys. And, well, he didn't beat the shit out of Israel. He knocked him out, but he did lose the first round, in my opinion. But he is very good. Very good fighter, very fast. And I'm also just, I like him as a fighter. Dreykus. Dreykus is really cool. Dreykus is probably, like, can I put him above Jose? Dude, Dreykus is fucking really neat, dude. One of the best trash talkers in the UFC at the moment. 2, wildly entertaining. 3, he's just kind of funny to make fun of. Like, dude, he's a wild man. He literally just does shit to do shit. You know what I mean? So I think Dreykus is really fucking cool. Steve Erceg. I'm a huge Steve Erceg fan, man. What can I say, dude? Listen, I got biases when it comes to fighters. This is one of them. And I'm going to throw this dude in hit by a bus. Dude, I love Steve Erceg. Unironically, like, I thought he was going to become something really great off of his first 3 performances. I didn't expect him to get a title shot that fast. And, of course, the matchmaking has been pretty rough on him. The Pantoja and Moreno fights were pretty close. But the Moreno fight, he clearly lost. The Pantoja fight was close. But I think rewatching it, I see how it is a bit clearer or closer than what I remembered. In my mind, when I first watched it, I was like, dude, that's a clear Erceg win, dude. Rewatching it, I was like, that's probably Pantoja 3-2. But, yeah, Erceg, cool boxer. Very well-rounded. Also just a chill guy. How you going to hate on a chill guy? Kai Kara, I just think he's really annoying, to be honest. I know he's Maori. Is that how you say it? Maori? And he does, like, the haka with, like, the... And then he, like, you can't even see my face, and you know what the fuck I just... Like, whoa, like, I did the dumb fucking neck cut and then grabbed the scalp. He looks like a dork. You know what I mean? He just looks like a fucking goober. And he is a goober. Colby, hit by a bus. I hate Colby Covington. Never been a fan of him. That's just because I'm a huge Kamaru Usman fan. And I always hated him. I've never been a Colby Covington fan. I'm glad that he's on a downfall. I hope his next fight he gets absolutely obliterated by whoever he fights. Yeah, I just hate him. I don't think he's funny anymore. His trash talk was never really all that funny, but it's gotten worse over time. And it's one of those things where he's not himself. He has to put on an act to sell shit. You know, Kai Kara France doesn't put on an act. He's just a fucking dork. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how he is. He is just a goober but that's like tradition in his country. Colby's just a dick to be a dick. And he's not even, like, that good anymore. He was never really all that good, which makes me, have to reflect on Kamaru's career, which sucks. So that makes me hate him even more. Josh Emmett, he's mid. Josh Emmett, I'm just crazy highlights, but before the Lerone Murphy fight, he was probably here. Because I'm like, dude, he hits hard as fuck, crazy highlights. But, dude, I really hated how Josh Emmett, he did the Chris Curtis thing where he's mad at somebody for backing up but outstriking them. So he's just like, this is you, you're running. Is Chris Curtis on this list? Well, we might get to him. He's that bad. But dude, he was like, you're fucking running, and you're getting outstruck, Josh. Do something about it. Do something about it, bruv. Yeah, he's also just a goblin. He looks like he costs 3 elixir, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Khamzat. I'm a huge fan of Khamzat too. I was a huge fan of Khamzat when he first got here. I've always been a huge fan of Khamzat. Even when he fought Kamaru, I picked him, and that really shows because my favorite fighter is Kamaru Usman, and it hurt to pick against him. But I was like, if Kamaru's gonna lose to anybody, I don't mind it being Khamzat. I don't mind that. Because I know that that loss is gonna age really well, and the Robert Whittaker fight, just proved that to me tenfold. I think Khamzat Chimaev. I know he's one of my favorite fighters on the roster, just because he has this aura about him that you don't know what's gonna happen in the first round, and you really wonder if the fighter that's fighting him is gonna be able to stop it. And it's more of a case that they're not going to be able to, and they just have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Which makes it even scarier. JDM, he's pretty cool. JDM has some of the best boxing in the division. I really want him to beat Bilal Muhammad. I don't know if he does. He can render him unconscious in the pocket, though. I think JDM just does too much dumb shit. But he's also personality is kind of meh. You know, I'm just going to be fighting Bilal Muhammad. I'm a pull guillotine and I'm going to box. You know, he doesn't really talk all that much. I like him, though. Very fun fighter as well. When people allow him to work, he is really fucking entertaining. Derek Lewis. Derek's pretty chill. Derek's a pretty chill guy. Crazy KO power. When he loses pretty bad. But he's like the perfect heavyweight. Because, like, he's older. He hits really hard. But, like, he's a perfect litmus test for new heavyweights. I wish they wouldn't have him fight Taliesin Teixeira next, because I don't know why I get a weird feeling Derek might knock him out, and it's just going to set the heavyweight division back even further, because Taliesin's like an actual good prospect who you could, you know, match make a bit better. But he also could just finish Derek Lewis. But Derek Lewis, cool personality. My balls, you know, he's always been kind of funny, and he has probably some of the best post-fight interview moments, you know. Where Ronda Rousey fine ass at. Speaking of fine ass, Tracy Cortez, she goes, I didn't say anything for Norma Dumont. They're both really cool. I have this tier here. You know what? I'll do hot plus good. Because they're good. Tracy's kind of mid, though, as like a fighter. She's kind of like mid. I'll just leave it at hot. And this is not objectifying women. They are very good, but they are also very pretty. And I'm not gay, so I can't, like, no. Like walking him. No, Tyler the Destroyer. Tyler the Destroyer. Tyler's really cool. Tyler, why am I saying Tyler? Walking Buckley, you know, Buckwheat, you know, he's a fucking marauder, man. He's really good, and he also has a really cool personality, and his fight style is really fucking entertaining as well. And I said dude, he's actually, like, good at fighting now. Like, at middleweight, he was a win one, lose one kind of guy, very 50-50 whether or not he was going to get chinned or have a good performance. At welterweight, he turned a new fucking leaf. This guy's, like, unstoppable, it seems, at fucking welterweight. So, definitely one of the anomaly examples of a fighter moving down in weight and actually doing better than what he did at the weight class above. It's usually guys that move up that see a lot of success. Jared Cannonier as well. Jared as well did that heavyweight down to middleweight, which is even fucking crazier, but, you know. Nick Diaz, I don't know why he's here. He's all right. I'll throw him in cool. I'll throw him in chill. I'm a Nick Diaz fan, but I don't know why he's here. I never really got to see the better parts of his career because I wasn't a UFC fan, you know, back in the early 2010s, mid 2010s, or late 2000s even. This guy's a fucking old head. Yeah. I never really got to see him flourish, but whenever I see a highlight or an edit of Nick Diaz, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Davison Figueiredo. I'll throw him in all right. And I'll show you why I'm throwing him in all right, because I'm a huge Brandon Moreno fan. I was kind of just like, you're either a big Moreno or big Figueiredo fan, and I was always more of a Moreno fan. And Davison kind of... You know, he got forced to play a villain, and that made him more unlikable. But I will admit, I think Davison is really cool. Fight style-wise, very entertaining, very powerful. But I always just kind of, like, I always remember the press conference where he's like, I'm going to knock him out in front of fans. And, like, he played the villain and was, like, booing him and shit. I can never get that out of my head when it comes to Davison. Manon Fior. Definitely not here. She's all right. I think she probably beats Valentina Shevchenko, though. And, dude, she's so... Like, she's actually good, but she's also huge for that division. She probably is going to fucking beat... she's probably going to fucking beat Valentina in a very disgusting manner. So, go Manon Fiore, I guess. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. This fucking monster. I don't even know where to put it. I think Kayla, she's chill. Probably more like the most entertaining women's bantamweight on the roster. You know, she gets finishes. Connor. Man, he just keeps falling. Dude, is he getting hit by a bus now? I find Conor McGregor to be seriously very annoying now. Is it just me? I find him really fucking annoying in like anything he does. I find it superficial and fake, and I don't think he's very funny anymore. His trash talk isn't good. He's also like, he just says like, dude, like that one where he's like, show your kids N-word. That was kind of like, that was like funny, but like also what the fuck? You know what I mean? So him and Chandler can chill in the hit by the bus category with one another. Juliana Pena. Why is she like mogging in this photo? Why is she mogging me, bro? Juliana. Dude, she's mad annoying. She's also kind of pretty, though. Low-key, Juliana Pena. At that press conference, bro, she was looking fly as fuck. Low-keezy. Juliana, hey, what's up? Oh, I ain't saying nothing. Lex Pahea, goated. There's the motherfucking man right there. That's the fucking boy right there, my friend. That's the homie right there. That's the boy. All right, I don't need to say nothing. Y'all know, okay? I own more T-shirts of this man than any other fighter. Okay, that's all you need to know. Actually, it's tied with Joan Silva now after I had to buy the Full Violence drop merch for him beating Bryce Mitchell. Speak of the devil. Hey, Blue Eyes. How you doing, Bryce? I won't throw him in by the bus. I used to be a huge Bryce Mitchell fan. I will be honest. Dude, ask me 2-3 years ago, he'd probably be in one of these tiers. Bryce, it's gotten to the point where it's too much. Almost. You know what I mean? Where his conspiracy theories used to be just, the earth is flat, brother. Gravity ain't real, brother. To, school shootings are fake. Adolf Hitler was not that bad of a guy. Can I even say that? I think I might need to cut that out. I'll let it ride. I'll let it go. Who gives a shit? And I'm not going to say my political stance on anything because I don't think I need to. I just do believe that he's also, I don't know, he's also very dumb. And he used to be, like, funny dumb, but now it's, like, dangerous dumb. Like, you can't be, like, you know what I mean? I like Bryce. I don't want to see him get hit by a bus. I used to be a huge fan of Bryce Mitchell. I picked him against fucking Ilia Topuria for some reason. I remember that. But I do believe his time as a featherweight are over. And, yeah, I don't know. Carlos Prates. Dude, he's really fucking cool. I'll throw him above Jailton. I'll actually move Jailton probably near the bottom of this tier because he's probably the least favorite out of all these guys. But yeah, Carlos probably probably my second favorite fighting nerd. Probably have him above Mauricio and Caio, but have him below John. Knockout power like crazy. 2 main events back to back. Gonna be crazy. I'm so sad the Jeff Neal fight fell through, but now we get to see him versus Ian Machado Gary. Well, Ian Machado Ferry. I think that fight's going to be wild. I think it's going to be very entertaining. If Ian strikes with him, I do believe that could turn into a bit of a smudge fest. If Ian Gary is, like, smart, which I don't want him to be smart. But Carlos, dynamic as fuck on the feet, knockout power, crazy highlight reel. Also has, like, a bit of a wild outside of the cage antics, you know, drinking, smoking, all that type of shit. Ian Machado Gary, boss baby. Well, I stood there 24 minutes with the boogeyman. I'll throw Ian in. Listen, I'm not a huge Ian Gary fan. Like, not that I don't like him. I just find him kind of annoying as well. Like, it's like how I feel about Henry Cejudo. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like, I like him. I think he's like, he can be entertaining. You know, the D-Rod performance comes to mind. The Jordan Williams fight comes to mind. Dude, he's not really all that entertaining either. He's just kind of like, he's just a Conor McGregor wannabe, tall Conor. I will commend him, though. Too short notice. I mean, the Joaquin Buckley fight would have also been kind of shorter notice as well. The fights he's taken recently are fucking nuts. Originally, Joaquin steps in a week earlier against Shavkat. Fights Carlos Prates on short notice. That's pretty wild, all right? So I think Ian Gary definitely deserves props. He should probably actually be in this. I'll move him up to chill, actually. I just wish he was more entertaining, you know what I mean? Like, he's technically pretty good, but he just doesn't do a lot. You know what I mean? He clinches a lot. He's kind of a goober. Yeah. Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's pretty cool. Dan Hooker's pretty fucking cool. Not even, like, his personality, honestly. He's kind of like a he's like kind of like a trying too hard to be kind of cool. I love this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I love this shit. Like, he tries that shit. But, like, his fight style is really entertaining. And he's also a cool guy. So, I wish the Gaethje fight would have happened. That would have been fucking really fucking cool. Umar Nurmagomedov. Does that fall off? Okay, if I put him in, I'll put Umar in chill. Again, not a crazy big fan of his, but whenever fight news does get announced of Umar Nurmagomedov, I am like, holy shit, that's really fucking cool. Can't wait to see that fight. If him and Petr Yan fight, that fight's going to be fucking sick. That's going to be a badass fight. So, can't wait to see that happen. If it does, Umar also, he's also pretty good. Like, he can be entertaining. I think the Merab fight was really entertaining. You could attribute that mostly to Merab's antics, but I think Umar was the perfect dance partner for that fight to also be entertaining. Cody Garbrandt. Dude, he might be getting hit by a bus. He might be getting hit by I think Cody's really annoying, dude. Exactly. How many times have I beat you in sparring? Exactly. Like, he's just like, and also the face tat was dog shit. But I also feel bad. Like, bro's on top of the world. But people, dude, bro, the way people talk about this fucking guy, best fighter for 25 minutes. Shut the fuck up! He was not. Dude, he was a 48-47 decision, bro. People, I'll probably throw him above all these guys, but, like, dude, he's fucking close. You're on thin ice, pal. You're on thin ice, buddy. Well, he's not on thin ice. He's already in the fucking ice. He's in the water at this point, but still. Fucking pick it up, kid. Benoit Saint-Denis. I'll probably throw him at the top of chill. Again, another fighter really high on, really good prospect. Super big fan of his. He's just taking a fucking dive, isn't he, fellas? He's just fucking taking a dive, brothers. He's just, God, he is just falling from grace as we speak. The Joel Alvarez fight is a very interesting matchup that he probably is going to lose, which sucks. But, I mean, what are you going to fucking do about it? Benoit Marauder, very entertaining fight style. Joel Alvarez fight's going to be nuts, by the way. So, I think he'll always be in entertaining fights. Fluffy Hernandez. He's also pretty chill. Let me move this to accommodate that. There we go. Pretty chill as well. I think that he's probably, you know, he's got an entertaining style for a wrestler, which is something I can really appreciate, honestly. So that's a very good thing for him. But besides it, personality-wise, he's kind of, I'm here to wrestle, I'm gonna prove I'm better than him. He's like very like rudimentary with his personality, but he's chill. Alexa Grasso. Do I need to say anything, bro? Show my feet. Why do you guys want to show my feet? I'm into it, but Bob's Arvloyev. He's a weirdo though. He's a weirdo. Like he's cool, but like, dude, he has weird stances on certain topics that I definitely don't agree with. I have to put him in Hit by a Bus. He's a groomer. Like, he wants his wife to be 16 when they meet. And he's like 30. So I can't agree with that. I have to put him in Hit by a Bus because he's a weirdo. Leon Edwards. God, I mean, he's just... Like, he's never been high, but he's never been this low. I'll be honest with you. And he head kicked Kamaru, so that should show something like that. He's teetering into fucking Hit by a Bus. But I'll avoid it for now. I'll avoid putting him there at the moment. But he's fucking razor close to getting fucking hit by a bus. Like, I'll be totally honest with you, man. Man, it's fucking... God, his style is so fucking dog shit, too. I'll leave it alone. Gon's chill, I guess. Like, he's kind of like, alright, to be honest. He's probably above all these people, though. He's probably like the top right now. Davison should probably be up there, too. Gon is just like, I don't care. He also robbed the fuck out of Volkov last time out. So, like, you know what I mean? It's just, why? Why are you so highly ranked? He has, like, going into the Jones fight, he had, like, oh, I don't even care all that much. I'm fighting fucking John Jones. And then he got subbed, and then after that, it was like, and then he had a cool fight with Tai Tuivasa, and then he had the murder that was the Spivak fight, and then he's a one-a-year fighter as well, and I hate when motherfuckers do that shit. I hate that. I fucking hate that. Which is fucking hypocritical, because I have this fucking dude, this fucking guy in my top fucking tier list, but you get the point. Do you? You probably don't. But, like, shit. Like, at least he, like, you know, he's waiting for a title shot. You ain't getting shit, motherfucker. Fight! Paulo Costa. He's mid as well. Very funny, but, like, the shtick is getting a little old. But also, man, like, I just hate how they matchmake this fucking guy. I hope that the Kopylov matchup is what's next. That would bring me utter joy, if I'm being totally honest with you. I really hope that's the matchup that they make next, and they should make next, because he doesn't deserve shit. John Bones Jones. What am I going to do with you? Can't say I'm a huge fan of John Jones, ladies and gentlemen. I have a shirt with him on it. Doesn't mean I'm a huge fan. I just thought the photo was cool. John is just a terrible person. He's not a great person. He's also ducking the shit out of Tommy. Tommy Espinal. You know, he's just he's He's a little bit of a fucking grade A dickhead, this guy. He's a grade A dickhead. So, you know, I'm not a huge fan of his. He's very good. He is the GOAT, sadly. But, I will never, ever say I am a huge fan of John Jones. Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez is probably the top of chill. He actually could be pretty cool. I'm going to throw him pretty cool, actually, which makes me have to extend this a little bit or bring it down like that. That's actually perfect. But then RA mid's going to ruin it whenever I add the next fucking mid fighter in here, and then I got to extend it again. Yeah, maybe let me scroll down a little bit. Don't look at that. Don't look at that, please. Who was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Diego Lopez. Dude, Diego Lopez is badass. Edit worthy as well. Insane. Insanely entertaining. Just all around a cool guy as well. You know what I mean? Got beef with Yair Rodriguez. Very marketable. Very cool highlight reel. Actually good now. Like, we know that he's actually decent. So, only lost to fucking Chris Hansen victim and Volkanovski, the greatest featherweight of all time. So, I think Diego Lopez is going to be here to stay. Young, 30 years old. I like him, like his fight style. You know, he's kind of a marauder, but he's also actually good. Rob Font. Oh, I fucking shouldn't have chose him. He's fucking mid. He's such a mid fighter. Let me fucking... How do I even fucking go about this? Alright, I think I extended this way, right? I think that should be, nope, gotta extend it a little bit more. There we go. He's such a, like, I shouldn't have picked this fucking goober. He's so mid as a fighter. It's, like, dangerous how mid he is. I'm gonna drag this up just a little bit more so I can scroll down. There we go, alright. Listen, I never claimed to be a professional. Yeah, Rob Font, he's a New England cartel dude. He's always just kind of been in the top 15, just always. Yeah, he's just here. Paddy Pimblett. Paddy's pretty cool. I'll probably have him below Jai Elton, though. I honestly think Jai Elton's cool. Paddy, you know, what Scousers? We don't get knocked out, lad. Fucking A. You know, he's very funny. Also, I love the message that he has about men's mental health. If you do need someone to talk to, please do it. Do not be afraid to speak up when you are going through things mentally. I love that shit. Please do not hide your feelings. But also, he's just, you know, actually good now. Like, you have to look at him and say that he's actually good. You know, the Michael Chandler performance, entertaining as well. Unironically, actually, pretty entertaining. And, yeah, he's big for the division, funny, got marketing behind him, walkout song is badass, heads will roll. He's funny as well. He is funny. I have to give him that. Who is this? Oh, fucking A. God, why can't I think of her name? Oh my god, she lost one fight and she's already meaningless to everybody. She just fought Zhang Weili. I should not be blanking like this. Fuck. What is her name? Fuck, what is her name, dude? Dude, why can't I think of her name? Dude, what is it? I can't fucking think of it right now. Are you serious? Fucking, why do I say Tisha? Tatiana Suarez, bro. Oh my god. I think I have to cut that. How the fuck did I forget Tatiana Suarez's name? She ain't fucking, she's mid as fuck though. She's mid as shit. She is mid as shit. Um, God, I can't believe I blanked like that on a title challenger's name. That is incredible. Yeah, but you're fucking mid, lady. No personality, not even that good at fighting. Bilal. It's like the perfect tier for him. Yeah, I mean, I'll throw him in chill. I'll throw him at the top of chill. Bilal, honestly, like, pretty good person. I loved the embedded episode where it showed what he's doing, for Palestine as well. He's also just like kind of a cool guy. He's actually got some good morals. Boring, okay? Boring as fuck, but like, I get it. If it works, it works. But also it's like he's slamming people on their head. Like he's slamming this balding fuck on his head, and I can respect that. That's actually pretty badass. And he's willing to fight often. Fought fucking Gilbert Burns short notice as well. People forget that fight was short notice. I don't know how they forget. Fucking Gilbert fought a month prior. But yeah, great. Not great, but like just a good guy overall. Yair Rodriguez. Yair's pretty cool. Very entertaining, very wild. I'm gonna throw him actually chill. Throw him top of chill above Bilal. He's really cool, but I've always kind of just felt like Yair is like a big baby. Like he's kind of a baby. Like Diego Lopez says one bad thing about him. He go, culon, pussy. The Jeremy Stevens fight after the first fight that was a no contest. He fucking is he's telling Michael Bisping to fuck off. He's kind of a dick. Little bit of a dickhead. Also, there's no reason he should be getting a title shot. Very cool guy, like very fun fighter, but I just get this weird feeling from him that he's kind of like he's a big old baby. Marvin Vettori. This is a weird one because his brother just passed away. Rest in peace to your brother. Rest in peace to Marvin's brother. Moment of silence for him. But he isn't the most entertaining fighter. God, that just brought the whole mood of the video down. But rest in peace to his brother. Wish him all the best. Hope that him and his family are doing well. But Marvin is boring. I don't know if that's a terrible time to chuckle. But like, he also did say the N-word, which wasn't very cool. A couple times, actually. But some call it based. I call it dumb. Raquel Pennington is mid. She's, God, the highest female fighter is Kayla Harrison. That's right. Yeah, Raquel, like, dude, who gives a shit about her at all? Who cares about Raquel Pennington at the end? Literally forgot she was ever a champion. Literally slipped my mind. And she got robbed in her first defense. Like, I forget about it. Forget about it. Who cares about Raquel Pennington? Like, nobody does. Rose. God, they're all so mid. Rose is mid as, dude, she's boring as fuck, too. She's mad boring. Throw her higher than all of them, though. Because, like, she has two very highlight reel moments. I am the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. But after that, it gets sour. But, like, dude, the Carla Esparza 2 fight makes me want to bring her down to fucking here, dude. No, I gotta fucking... Definitely not fucking above Paulo, though. I'll say that, though. Even though I hate Paulo Costa, she ain't going above Paulo Costa. She's just, like, mid. Yeah, you get it. I'm Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes is pretty cool. One of the wildest career resurgences of all time. The win over Nikita Krylov is insane. 3 KOs in a row after losing 4 fights in a row is actually kind of wild. one of the biggest storied comebacks in the sport as of recent. We love Dominic Reyes. If you don't love Dominic Reyes, there's something wrong with you. Oh, yes. Kamaru. My boy. How have you been, buddy? Fucking fight somebody, though. God. You got me having fucking Alexa almost above you, bud. You gotta fucking fight somebody. Stop fucking teasing comebacks and not doing anything. You gotta fight. Okay? Don't let him booty yourself. You just gotta fight. He's got the drastic fucking... Oh, shit. Bilal was here, right? Yeah. Yeah, Kamaru's my favorite fighter of all time. So, we're just gonna have to deal with it. Jamal Hill. He's chill. I think he got overhated a lot. I think that was something that did happen. He got overhated a shit ton. I don't think he deserved that at all. So I'll throw him chill. Entertaining, but like, he can say some dumb shit. But like, I don't think he should get hated on the way that he did. Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval's like the top of chill. Like, entertaining. Says some dumb things, but is funny. Also has wild finishing potential. Also, just like, he's good as well. Like, that's something that I do have to... like, he's good. But he also makes dumb mistakes, which makes him entertaining. Because, like, the Tatsuro Taira fight, if he just wouldn't have entertained the grappling, dude, he probably would have, like, 49-46 him, 50-45 him. Maybe found a finish. But he was like, let me roll, let me Granby roll and give him my back. Like a moron. Which makes him more entertaining, because he makes mistakes, but it also, like, makes you as a bettor or, like, a picker, you're like, or a predictor, you're like, you motherfucker. Which makes it like, you know, he's chill. Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen's pretty fucking cool, dude. Probably near the top, yeah, probably near the top of this. He's faltered a little bit. He's definitely, yeah, he's faltered actually quite a bit. Let me put him, like, here. Corey used to be, like, in my top 5 favorite fighters. And then he kind of just, like, changed his whole style up after... It was, like, after the Jan fight. Really. It was after, really, the Jan performance. That he kind of just, like, started wrestling everybody and not having this dangerous factor to him that he used to have. Where he was this tall, lanky striker at bantamweight. He was like the more technical or more well-rounded Sean O'Malley is what a lot of people thought he was for a long time, who was also decently dangerous. He's just like watered down Sean O'Malley now, who can like wrestle a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, he's just become like this another dude. When at one point it was like, oh my god, the fucking title picture is gonna be fucking Corey Sandhagen, Piotr Jan, Aljo, fucking Merab when he gets there, Sean O'Malley if he can get there, you know what I mean? That's what the, like, now it's just like, man, is Corey ever even gonna get a number 1 contenders fight again? You know what I mean? Like, he's good, he beats a majority of the people, but it's like, I don't know if I pick him against in an Umar rematch. I don't know if I pick him in a Jan rematch. I don't know if I pick him against Sean O'Malley. I don't know if I pick him against Merab. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I can do that. And he's also just become a bit dry, performance-wise. I really hope the Figueiredo fight can change that. I think it will, because, you know, Figgy, he's got decent takedown defense. And on the feet, you know, Davison's got the power to really offset, you know, Corey. So, I really just hope it's a good performance to make me, you know, bring back old Corey Sandhagen. Tatsuro Taira. I'm very happy, thank you! He's going up here, dude. Tatsuro is one of my dogs. He's one of my boys. All right, he's one of my boys. Okay, Tatsuro Taira. Dude, he's dumb on the feet, but he's really good at grappling, dude. And that's why I like him. You know, he's got this wicked game where it's like on the feet, anything can happen. On the ground, he's most likely gonna get to dominant position, get your back, hold you there, or find a submission. And he's got this really yin-yang kind of style. That's not because he's... Alright, listen. His striking is very mediocre, but his grappling is insanely good. And his striking is starting to get there. I just personally really like him. Zhang Weili. Dude, Zhang Weili is badass. She's actually probably Nah, I don't know if she's above. She's above these guys. Dude, Zhang Weili is so cool. Hello. Dude. Ozzy. You know, we love Zhang Weili. If you don't like Zhang Weili, dude, you can kiss my tuchus, okay? She is so entertaining for a WMMA fighter. She is so fucking cool. Swolkov! Let's go, Swolkov. He can go up here. This is my boy. Actually, I think I legally have to put him here. Volkov's the fucking man, dude. If you don't like Alexander Volkov, there's something wrong with you. Crazy finishing potential. Actually has become more entertaining over the years because he's actually gotten better with his weapons. Also just a massive guy for the division. It's one of those things where it's like, holy fuck, that's a big dude moving like that. So, you love to see that. Jan. Oh my god, Jan is so fucking cool. Technical maestro. If you want to see mixed martial arts, if you want to see real MMA, watch Petr Yan. You will not regret it. Probably one of my favorite fighters. He did have the, Aljo thing that happened. And then, the Yan rematch. I think I got to put him higher, to be honest. He's got to be, like, up here, dude. He's real close to being goated. But, dude, I got to. Dude, Jan is so fucking cool. He's so good and so cool, it's impossible not to put him in GOAT. The only way you don't like him is if you're, like, an Aljo superfan, or if you just don't like Russian fighters for some reason. But, yeah, dude, he's fucking... Yuri, oh my god, we got so many bangers back to back, dude. Yuri is so fucking cool. He's so entertaining, and he's so goofy and autistic. He's just got to be here. Dude, his fight style is I die or you die. Who's trying to die tonight? And that's what happens. I fucking love it. Brian Ortega. He's mid. No, I'll throw him in bottom of chill. He's funny, but, like, unintentionally. I'm gonna be honest with you, bedtime has propaganded me into liking Brian Ortega. I was never really a Brian Ortega fan, but this motherfucker bedtime has literally, like, indoctrinated me into liking this fucking dude with his impression every other fucking video. Dude's gotta break his beak. Eagle gotta break his beak. Be reborn. Like, the police video, like, he's talking to the baddies and shit. Like, I think it's hilarious that this dude got his ass whooped in front of Tracy Cortez. He's kind of funny. Fuck it. He's going there. Holloway is fucking basically top of pretty cool. If you don't like Max, dude, how can you not like Max Holloway? Max Holloway, entertaining as ever. I love the move to lightweight. I think that there's going to be so many fun fights for him up there. And I think that he's just going to grow even more and more. Probably one of the cool, very great performances. The Calvin Kattar, Brian Ortega performances are some of the best one-sided beatdowns ever. They're not like one-sided. There's like some moments, but like, dude, he beat the fuck out of those dudes. If you want to see some beatdowns, watch those fights. He's fucking... Gaethje. I'll throw him like here, dude. Gaethje kind of made me mad with the Charles Oliveira lead up. And also now he's calling for a title shot. Like, Rufus, calm down, buddy. You're not getting a fucking title shot, okay, bud? Fucking pipe down. Hey, pipe down a little, will you? Hey, pipe down a little, will you? You're not like that, okay? You're not like that, pal. Trust me, you're not like that. Manel Kopp. Now, this man in an interview said a bad word, so it's going to make me seem a little bit hypocritical when I throw him up in pretty cool. This dude's like the epitome of dude, eye-poking, nut-hitting, saying, baguette with an F. Dude, he's wicked, though. Very polarizing figure. And I really think that Manel Kopp, he's got like a love him or hate him kind of, like polarizing. That's what polarizing means. You dumbass. I don't know why I needed to paraphrase that, but yeah, dude. Manel, wicked style when he can throw at range as well. Like, he can be entertaining. Interviews are usually cool. And I'm also pretty sure he's on steroids. He's got weird gyno for a flyweight. I don't know if everyone's noticed that, but he's got weird fucking gyno nips. Let me sift through a guy to throw and hit by a bus. He looks like he got hit by a bus. There we go. Raul Rosas Jr. hit by a bus. Any other hit by a bus is on here. Not really. There's not really hit by buses. No, I can't. No, you can get hit by a bus. I find Valentina really annoying, by the way. The Alexa Grasso. What in Mexico? Is Mexico win? So that's why she won? Oh, that's why it's a draw. They robbed me? And then the third fight was boring as fuck. She's just gotten more boring over the years. Like, her striking has taken a back step for her grappling for some reason. Like, Tyler Santos, who's a grappler. You're grappling and wrestling. Okay? But yeah, I thought the tough season was also one of the worst of all time. It's just all time. It was one of the worst. Sean Strickland. Oh, dude, he's also hit by a bus material as well. Dude, Sean has become, like, he's just gotten worse over time. Listen, he beat Israel. That was very cool. And then he has the fight with Dreykus, which was very fun. But he loses, and then he gets all in his feelings about it. And he's like, I was fucking robbed by that Dutch man. Everyone knows I fucking won that fight. Everyone fucking knows I won. I deserve a rematch, and I'm not going to fight anyone until I get my rematch. And then he fights Paulo Costa. He beats Paulo Costa. I fucking paid my dues with Costa. I'm not going to fight Robert Whittaker, which Robert Whittaker, by the way, Robert Whittaker is going to go probably he's going to go probably pretty cool. He's a really cool guy. I paid my dues with fucking Costa, man. I don't need to fight Robert Whittaker. I need to fight for the title. Holds up the division, okay, just to get fucking 50-45 by Dreykus Duplessis with a pedo stash as well. Shave that fucking caterpillar off your upper lip, bud. Okay? You fucking piece of bacon. Hot take, is she... No. Yeah, she can go there. Listen. I'm not objectifying. I'm spitting facts, alright? If, like, this tier didn't exist, Norma would probably be in, like, the chill, like, high chill. I actually think she's really entertaining. Tracy would probably be in mid. Juliana would probably be in hit by a bus. Alexa would probably be in, like, upper mid, lower chill, and Mackenzie would be in lower chill. But, like, these are, like, they're not that good. Moicano. Moicano is probably in the chill tier. Vodka by the privilege. Easy money, brother. Not so easy money. One of the most undeserved title shots of all time. Given circumstances, it makes sense, I guess. But also, he's, like, wicked entertaining as well. But I also kind of just, like, I don't know. There's something about him. I don't know if it's his face. I can't put him in cool, though. I don't know why. It's just something like, it's like, there's like a barrier stopping me from putting him here. You didn't see that. It didn't let me put him there. How much time am I? God, I've been recording for fucking ever. Let me speed run a couple of these. John Silva, really fucking cool. Really, I'll put him in goated, actually. John Silva's fucking badass. Bo Nickel is mid as fuck. Worst personality probably on the list. Pavlovich, he's chill. He's like upper chill. The Rosenstrike performance probably dubbed him down from pretty cool, honestly, but he's still decent. Poirier is really fucking cool, dude. Poirier's really fucking cool. I love Dustin Poirier. One of the best boxers in UFC history. Also just like a very violent guy. You'd love to see that. Pantoja, probably like the top of pretty cool, honestly. Which means I have to change this again. There we go. Dude, Pantoja's underrated as fuck. Needs more recognition. God, there's the ad. But yeah. Makhachev. He's also pretty cool as well. Makhachev's overhated as well, and like people are like, he's boring. People say he's boring for some reason. He's not. He's actually really fucking entertaining. If you watch his fights, the Poirier fight was really entertaining. The first Volkanovski fight was mad entertaining. And then the Charles fight was also entertaining. Like, if you just say you don't like daggies, okay? It's fine. It's okay. You can have your preferences, okay? Shavkat. Shavkat's like, him and Ian Gary next to each other seems just about right, honestly. They're just like, Shavkat, he's like pissing me off now to the point where it's like he's going to wait for a title shot somehow, even though he doesn't, like, he shouldn't get one. He has to fight down. Like, bro, how are you this injured? You fight once a year. How the fuck? And every single time he has a bad performance, he blames it. Yeah, fuck this guy. Volk. My glorious king, Volkanovski. My glorious king. Look at him. This is when he fought fucking Islam, isn't it, for the second time? God, he's glowing in this photo, and he's glowing now. The king is back. Armin Sarkarian. Armin Sarkarian, guys. Armin's chill. I don't care that much about him. Wonder Boy. He's also kind of just chill. Like, I was never really there for Wonder Boy's, like, prime, per se, I guess you could say. Like, so I don't really, like, I wasn't there really for the Woodley fights or, you know, a lot of the Fight Night main events that he had, you know, Darren Till. I'm pretty sure he fought Leon in a Fight Night main event. But, you know, he's always just been there. He's an old head. So, Marab. God. Marab's probably, like, top of chill. Like, he yaps too much, which drops him a couple points, but he's still, like, cool, somewhat. But yeah, he needs to chill out. The Bronx. A big champion, brother. One of the most entertaining lightweights in UFC history. Very cool. Just overall, Aura Farmer as well. Aura Farmer to the max. Rafael, he's mid. Honestly, Rafael Fiziev is so overrated for, like, entertainment. Like, the RDA fight was kind of mid. The Gamrot fight, for as long as it lasted, was pretty mid. The Gaethje fights have both been fucking incredible. Dude, besides that, this guy, he's just kind of like the Riddell fight wasn't even really all that. You know what I mean? Like, he's kind of just, like, there in the lightweight division. And now he's fighting fucking Ignacio Bahamondes, brother. Shara Booten, Magomeda, brother. Shara is, like, chill. He's just cool because he has one eye. Like, that's kind of, like, the whole, like, aspect with him. Mauricio is the bottom of pretty cool. Mauricio is really fucking entertaining as well. Great finishing potential. Fighting nerds. On top, this dude's a fucking beast. Where is another one? Ilya, probably the top of. Ilya's pretty goated. Ilya's goated, dude. He's definitely goated. He's just fucking. He kills everybody. Has a personality of a fucking James Bond villain. He's just living, too. Like, his life is crazy. I'm jealous of Ilya Topuria. Olberg is kind of mid, honestly. Like, I don't care about him. Like, he's probably, like, the weakest, like, title contender I've seen in my life, and he's probably gonna fucking get one next if he beats Yuri somehow. Which that fight's honestly gonna be very tough for him. Like, I just don't care about Carlos Olberg. Like, no one gives a fuck about this guy. No one cares. Yan Xiaonan. He's actually pretty chill. Yan Xiaonan's actually, like, really. Nah, that last fight was kind of dull. I'll throw in the bottom of chill. When she can strike, she's very entertaining. But, like, she kind of just, like, loses now. Not loses now, but, like, when she loses, it's very boring. When she wins, it can be entertaining. She also doesn't really have all that great of a personality. I don't really watch interviews or anything, but I don't really watch her. Song Yadong, pretty chill guy, hits hard as fuck. You know, he's just there. You know, beat Henry Cejudo. He's cool as well. Young as fuck. That's probably one of the cool things about him is that he's really young. And you know, he's always in competitive fights with the best guys. So that's something good about him. Michael Venom Page. Oh, shit, I grabbed fucking Tracy Cortez. Michael Venom Page. Here he is, the Malteser. Very bald as well. I'll throw him in mid. Dude, Michael Venom Page pisses me off. I don't want to throw him in hit by a bus because I don't want to change the window view again, but he pisses me off. Like, I don't like his fight style at all. It makes me angry. Also, his dad touches kids. Cheeto Vera. I'm a huge Cheeto Vera fan. Huge Cheeto Vera fan. Wish he would throw more output, though. Huh? You ever thought about throwing more than one strike per 30 seconds, Cheeto? In the first round? Huh? Thought about it? Gonna need to, pal. Looks different. We call him the shapeshifter in my household because he looks different every fight. He's also, like, he's cool. Sean O'Malley. He's kind of dull now, isn't he? He's kind of dull. Very entertaining fighter, but, like, his personality is, like, dull as fuck. I'll throw him above Merab because his fight style is way more entertaining. But, like, dude, his personality is so dull now because he's on this, like, betterment arc. You know what I mean? I haven't, jerked the peen in, 8 months. I haven't, I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't have social media. So he's on, like, this self-betterment arc, which, I personally, like, professionally, I understand. But, like, dude, like, that's your whole personality. Aljo, like, chill. Don't really care for him all that much, but I like him. I think Aljo's heavily overhated. He was heavily overhated when he was champ just because Piotr Jan cheated in a grotesque manner, and then, he benefited from it. Eileen Perez. There we go. And that is the tier list. Take a screenshot if you will. No, don't do that. Where would you rate most of these people on this video? I know this video was hella long. I think it's going to be a little over an hour. I'm just kind of bored right now. There's no fights this weekend, so I'm kind of just, like, making shit as I go. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe, leave a comment. It shows me that you guys want to see more content like this. But, yeah, I'll have another video out for you guys probably Friday or Saturday, depending on when I upload this. But, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.